What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video back in Planet Coaster in the one, the only Time City. And we're getting our butts in gear as we are coming with you with another episode already. I've been streaming, trying to stream this a little more often now, so we'll see how that goes. And pretty much almost every stream, I'm going to try and at least throw some Time City in there. So we're going to try and get more episodes pumped out here. And I believe this is episode 58 or something like that. So we're almost to 60 episodes, which is absolutely insane to think about. This was kind of a tricky episode. I had to figure a few things out, but overall ends up being really nice. So what we're going to be doing today is kind of finishing up some support structures on the enclosed lift hill. As you can see how cool this is, I was testing out the time machine, as I will have a time machine on here that will make it dark, and that way it really glows on the lift hill, and you'll see this really cool effect coming out, and then it's going to be nice and bright as soon as you hit the outside for when it's daytime. So I'm also going to have the first little small turn right out of the station is also going to be on the inside, so that's also going to have a building around it. We also work on that. It was a little bit of a tricky to fit that and the tunnel on the in the same part, but we actually get it done pretty nicely, and I'm actually pretty satisfied of how it turned out. So we kind of fiddle with this for quite some time. I'm trying to figure out some particle effects that I can put in coming out of the tunnel, and I only end up going with one little thing, but at the same time I want to do some more later on. I try different things, and we'll figure it out eventually later on, but we'll see exactly how that turns out. But for right now, I just got a little bit of particle effects. I wanted to make some particle effects, one for visually awesome aesthetic towards it, but at the same time, I wanted to kind of block the light as you're going up the lift hill, because it's going to look like it's dark outside with the time machine, and then I don't really want that effect, so I wanted to still have a nice blend when you go outside in the way. So I tried a lot of different things, and I end up just keeping with like I believe it's like a smoke effect just coming out. It looks kind of cool actually from the outside, and you know, it looks like it's just like some cool smoke just blowing out of the end of it, and it's actually kind of neat. I thought so. It was a nice little effect. I kind of messed with that probably longer than I should have, but that's okay, as we do get the lift supports actually completed here, and that's actually where we're going in next. So this was kind of an interesting thing to kind of figure out, because I was like, how am I going to connect this tunnel along with these supports going up to it, because obviously it has to be supported in some way, and I pretty much just make some normal inverted kind of supports, except it's a little bit wider and bigger to support the tunnel as well. So I actually make connectors on the top and bottom of it, since it is a little bit of a larger structure, so that way it keeps it a little bit more structurally sound. And I had to make this section go completely vertical on that left side, because otherwise it'd be going straight through the track. So I had to make a couple of adjustments here and there on this lift hill structure, and I'm actually really happy of how this turned out. And it took a little bit of getting used to getting figured out, but in the end we ended up figuring out pretty good actually. And then after I get it figured out, it's literally just a copy and paste kind of process. I wanted to make sure the connectors didn't go through the tunnel and into where they're visible on the inside, so we didn't want to make sure we didn't do that. So I just wanted the connectors to be right here, and these actually work just fine against this structure. So just using the little B&M track connectors actually worked just fine. And I did 4 connectors, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and they ended up working quite well. So anyways, I'm going to be adding a lot more details, lights, and effects to this tunnel. I don't think I need to add too much, because it doesn't look too bad. And I even had people say in the last episode that it ended up looking better than they thought it would. So that's kind of good, a nice thing. That's a good thing. So I'm glad to see that be in effect. So I hope you guys are enjoying the episode so far, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button if you haven't already. If you are just now joining us, because you guys are going to want to be a part of this amazing park, and if you want to watch these episodes live, be sure to go follow me on Twitch. Links in the description for all that, because you don't want to miss out on the live episodes. They're really fun watching me do this live why not? You know, you get to see the episode before everyone else in real time, and we have a good time out there. So this coaster is really starting to come together, and I really need to start getting into some of the scenery around the area, and because it's still so bland, the texturing on the ground and stuff will probably be the big thing we do next. Also some trees and foliage around it will also be something that we need to do work on as well. Do some sort of perimeter fencing and different things like that, or different just all of that kind of different stuff. So this was the tricky part, was trying to select all of this without selecting the thing, because I accidentally made it part of the tunnel structure, which I shouldn't have done. I should have made it part of my support group, but I kind of messed it up, but that's okay. I split it off in the best way I could, and then I ended up just copying it all the way down the structure itself, which actually worked quite well. So I would love to hear what you guys think about this in the comments, because we finally got this entire ride completely custom supported. Every single support you see on this ride is custom made. There's not one single in-game support on this ride. So that was quite of an effort for me, and I hope you guys appreciate it, because it did take some time, and I actually think it turned out really, really great. It's one of the best fully custom supported coasters I've ever done. I haven't really done many fully custom supported rides before. I've done partially custom supported some, but I haven't done like many fully custom supported, if at all, actually. I don't actually know if I've done any. So kind of interesting there. So I know a lot of people are getting excited for like the cinematic version of this park when we finally get done with it, because I finally figured out how to record in beautiful 4K and without any issues and everything now. I'm so excited. And I can't believe how simple it actually was too, and it has me very excited about the future, and the fact that the programs used to make that were free just kind of blows my mind as well, that you guys could make these videos as well. So something I forgot to mention in the how to record Planet Coaster in 4K and the reshade settings is, for the fog to work, you actually have to set a setting in Planet Coaster. I figured this out. I forgot exactly which one it is, but I might make a follow-up video on that, or post it in the comments section of that video so people actually can figure that out for themselves, because there's actually a Planet Coaster setting you have to turn off in order for the adaptive fog to work within the game. So thankfully I got that figured out, and I will be definitely posting that in the video, because that was something else that I forgot to do within that video. So now going into the indoor section for the little turn out of the station into the lift hill. So this is kind of an interesting part, because I had to figure out how to get this building wrapped around this tunnel in a way that made sense. So I had to do some intense kind of work on this, and these lights I ended up getting rid of in the end, but I was just trying something at first to see what I could come up with. So what I ended up doing is using arch shapes to fill the size or fill it around the tunnel and against the walls. So that's how I had to end up doing it. It ended up working pretty beautifully, actually, and the result was actually pretty cool. So you'll see here in just a little while once we get going, and it's how I kind of fixed that up, and it worked actually really, really decently well, and I couldn't be happier with it as well. I think this ride actually turned out better than what I could have hoped, and there's just so much more to do as well, and I'm just so excited. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are excited for it as well. And I hope you guys have been enjoying all the rapid fire episodes, because I've been getting out episodes a lot more faster than usual during the off season. Not as much as I actually have wanted to, but I've been trying to get them out quite a bit. There's just I did a bad habit. Okay, I did a bad habit and started quite a few other projects, and that's kind of where I'm in a bind right now. I'm trying to work around those other projects, still kind of do those projects at the same time, but overwhelmingly doing more Time City than anything was kind of the deal for me. So it was kind of an interesting thing that ended up going down. So I'm trying to get some of those smaller projects. Most of them were just smaller projects. You know, I have the custom scenario I'm working on, which I'll make a video on that when I'm done with it and actually play through that scenario. I've been trying to beat the career mode within Planet Coaster to get the final achievement, so I've been streaming that a little bit. I'm also working on a mock hypercoaster. It's just a small coaster project that probably won't take too much longer, but I'm trying to do other projects in there. I still got Rustic City to complete, which will be completed within a stream or two. I'll get that kind of finished and nice and pretty on that one, because that's another park that's going to be opening in this season, same season as well. We'll actually be seeing that episode very, very soon on Twitch. I've only been streaming on Twitch, so if you want to watch that, be sure to go follow me on Twitch and make sure you know when I go live, because I will probably be doing that live instead of making a video on it. I'll be making a video on it once it's done in cinematic form, but that's mainly about it. So anyways, as you can see here, I got the arch shapes going around, and I chose the I got these gray like metal type of walls, and they actually fit really well if I use the arch shapes. They blend in very well, so it kind of looks just like the wall is just going around it. So that actually turned out quite nicely, and then all you have to do is kind of fill in the gaps with the arch shapes. Thankfully, they don't really have fighting textures, so you can kind of overlap them as much as you need to just to cover up the holes and everything. And this worked very, very good, so I was glad how that actually ended up turning out. I was a little worried about this spot being pretty difficult, but it wasn't too difficult. It was actually relatively simple and worked out in the end fairly decently. So anyways, if you need to make a specific shape coming out, just use the arch shapes and color them the way you need to, I guess. So instead of using wall pieces, you know, you can do anything with arch shapes. They can bend in any form, shape and form that you want to. So this is really starting to look very sci-fi, which is I'm definitely happy for. And on the inside of these walls, I wanted to do the star panel to give it that effect for the entire wall. So you're gonna go in and all you're gonna see is stars, like you're in space pretty much. And then you're gonna launch into this light tunnel, which pretty much is getting you up into space pretty much, and that's where the ride kind of begins on the outdoor section. And that's kind of how it works. You know, the storyline kind of behind this ride is a little more simple, but it's still a good storyline. Pretty much, this is a mission of going into space, because we can easily go into space now, deep into space now, with all the technological advancements, and then we run into some issues, and you gotta do a little bit of interesting maneuvers, and you pretty much are using you're in space on your own, you know, not really like a spaceship, I guess, but you got like this jetpack or something like that. Is kind of the idea I'm going for, because you're going to be flying through space like you're Superman, kind of. That's kind of the idea that's going through. It's not a very complex theme, and it still has some work to go here and there, but I still got to find some names and ideas for this ride in general when it comes to at least naming the ride. I still have to name some of the stuff. But anyways, it turned out quite nicely, and this whole entire area is actually I'm very pleased with. So I hope you guys are enjoying it, and it looks good for you guys as well. Everyone's saying that the support structure is very, very well done, and I'm very happy. I haven't gotten any negative feedback on the support structure yet, so I must be doing something right here. So this is where we get into a little bit of the queue line finally, and it's gonna be very kind of, you know, of course, kind of generic long, kind of big switchbacks, and it's gonna have like its own plaza area out here, but we'll get more into that later on. As of right now, we haven't really started on the queue line stuff, except for getting the queue line itself done. And I wanted to add a little bit different, some path textures here instead of using the same one. I felt like it was just getting a little bit repetitive with the same one, so I decided to go in there. So after this path, that's pretty much about it for this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more amazing content like this. If you want to have some more fun and interactive stuff with me and some other viewers, be sure to join the Discord. We do a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff there and a lot of talk about parks and Planet Coaster and stuff like that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great day and even cooler tomorrow. Thanks so much, guys, and goodbye.